Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, it's the top mono-colored decks of December 2024. Yeah, this is the third week of the month, which is where we like to take a look at the top mono-colored decks by win rate, as put forth by UntapGG. If this sounds interesting to you, then stay tuned to find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host. Catch me next Thursday on Caught on Tape 4 for What I Did to the Coffee Pot. Dr. You Can't Suck It. Yes, thank you. Filmed for a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you the top monocolored decks of December 2024. It's top monocolored decks day, top monocolored decks day. Yeah, around the third weekend because mid-month we do, the top 10 win rate decks, and then at the end of the month and beginning of the month, those happen at the same time, we do top 5 favorite decks, and shoot in between those, we like to take a look at the top monocolored decks. If you're a monocolored deck player, this is a good time for you to pay attention to these decks because these guys are awesome and usually fairly cheap and pretty easy to play with. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go take a look at our good friend UntapGG. We'll take a look at the tier list, and we'll find the decks that are the highest win rate in each of the categories. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to roll our way down the Wooburg list in order, starting with white. And let's take a look at the best mono white deck by win rate. All right, playing against Lima Fox, 757. Bunch of white. That's where we are playing mono white, aren't we? Now, where's the Orzhov to this? I cannot put you out for free. How is that not a thing? That's cool. Put this guy out. 1. You're the devil. Don't make me put your cat in the pod. Get in the pod. He doesn't like me having creatures. We're just going to be slamming him out, though. He should be running out of creature kills, what I'm thinking. Like, he's got to be trying to do something. And so far, all he's been doing is killing. Killing's fun, but... it gets you so far. Oh, there we go. You don't get a choice, my friend. I had another legend I wasn't sure what I was going to do with, so there we go. Enchanted player cannot gain life. Well, you know what I can do? There's a whole lot of this. Snag! And we win! Suck it, Lima Fox. Suck it. Alright, so we are with mono white Lifegain. Yeah, no, this thing smokes. What has it got? The average is just the win 57.9 out of a potential like 58.6 or whatever. Yeah, this deck is high on the list. The Orzhov version I think is better, but this one is still really good. What's the point? It's just start gaining life like crazy. Just gain life. That's all you're asking for. But we've got two guys here, Ajani's Pridemate and Essence Chandler, which just balloon out like crazy as you have life gain. Yeah. Shelter by Ghosts is your control. And Leyline of Hope is fantastic if you can get it going. This guy will help you go find your cheap dudes, cheap and easy, as well as if you got a bunch of guys that you can't really do much with, you could tap them to get this guy out. At which point you got a 4/4. Not too bad. So this is aggro, plus the life gain gives you time. And hopefully between just a sheer amount of dudes you're dropping for cheap, this deck will win the game for you. I enjoyed playing it this time. It was good. It was simple. It was easy to understand. It wasn't like playing mono blue. So we're playing mono white life gain. One of the best win rate mono white decks for December of 2024. All right, playing against Mitz 420. Keep. Nothing to do on the next turn. Just gotta wait. Play my guys on his turn. All right, he's popping right there. You want to try to waste it again? Nope. Still an opponent's turn. Let me play in the water. I'll splash your cat. Boom. All right, there's 4. Pop it for 2. A lot of not killing there. You want to put it back out? I could totally pin it down again if you'd like. He's trying to use mono black like combo on me here. Counterspell, nice. All right, we got 5 mana. All we could do is just wait and see what he does. I have a fairy out, so we can get rid of that. All right, 6 more turns. We got this thing locked down. All right, 2. One to pin him down. And this guy, I should probably put him out first. There's a counter spell. All right, he's down to 6. We got lethal next turn potentially. We'll make a copy. And we win! Victory! All right, here we are with Mono Blue Flash. And I got to say, this was so Mono Blue. This was so incredibly Mono Blue. It was hard for me to shift gears to play a deck this way. Not only are you playing your deck, you're playing like your opponent's deck is what it felt like. Because you had to be prepared with all of your mana on their turn. You had this incredibly tiny slice of actual gameplay in which to play your cards, which is at the end of your opponent's turn. And all you're doing on your turn is just putting down more land. That was it. And maybe attacking if you had the opportunity. And it was if they put a guy out, you bounced it. If they tried to attack one of your guys, you countered it. You know, maybe you would bounce it as well. It was just bounce, counter, attack, counter. It was just a crazy mono blue way of playing. Now, for some people, this would be ideal. It would be ideal. One of the things that's great about this deck is that it is so cheap. We got a lot of really inexpensive guys. I was surprised it didn't have like, who do you got? Like Hottie Jin and that Crab. The Crab is the new Hansel. He's so hot right now. That thing comes in and it puts, it stuns out a couple of guys. Maybe it just taps them. I think that's what it does. Plus, it's super cheap depending upon the stuff that's in your graveyard. But this one said, no, we're not going to do that. We're just going to invest in a truckload of bounce spells. That's what we're going to do. We're going to bounce like crazy. You know what? It works. It works. What did this thing have? I'm trying to see if I can find out what that was. 55% win rate. So, yeah, it's not the greatest deck in the world. I like to see things over 60. But for things you see off of the tiered list, you know, it's making it. What is the best numbers on the tiers list? Let's see if I can find that out here one more time. Because the problem is the more you see like thousands of play, the lower the win rate goes. Yeah, the highest rate we can have right now is 58.6%. And this thing is at 52.7. Oh, wait, sorry, that was the green one. 55. So it is doing really, really good. It's a fantastic win rate. I have a hard time believing that you're going to get... This seems to me like a deck that's only going to get it, 2 for 1. It's going to be in the 50s, even when you're playing it in the low end for yourself. There's a lot of decks that are just going to dominate it. All right, but anyways, if you like mono blue, this might be for you. There you go. All right, playing against crea. No uppercases. Can't afford it. On the wrong side of the tracks, apparently. All right, well, looks like we're doing some discard. We got a lot of discard looking at us right here. This lady's got a migraine. Mom. Reveal your hand. That's it. I see you got yourself an orb up there. It's weird. It's weird seeing this in a non-Azorius deck. What's this guy? Whenever it attacks, you manifest dread. That's nasty. I'm going to force a discard. Let's see, how much do these things cost? 3? These things can't attack, possibly. On the next turn, they potentially could. Like now, there's a really good chance of it. Ah, ha, 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 ha. That's the guy I got to watch out for. -3. Yoink. And let's go for the creature. All right, it's finally up to 4. Say goodbye to Liliana. I'm hoping Archfiend of the Dross will go a long way towards what we need to do. We could just totally lay our hand down at this point. That's not bad. Let's see what he's got up there, though. And we win! In your face, Junie B. Jones. All right, we're taking a look at mono black mid-range. You know, what's funny is that you used to not be able to play mono black without having Sheoldred. That was just, it was the law. Nowadays, not a Sheoldred in sight. Craziness. Also, there's a lot more discard than we used to be. And the focus on the Unstoppable Slasher and the Bloodletter of Alcatraz combo, it's like you just can't pass that up. They're very good cards unto themselves, but then, you know, so therefore, if they work, they work. But if you get them both out, you just win. You just get that Slasher out, you attack with it, and drop this down. It doesn't even have to attack. It just has to be in the play. And then you just get this through to your opponent, and you win. You win because you'll be doing twice as much life, and this one does half their life. Yeah, plus you got then 2 demons. It just, all the pieces fit together, and yet no Sheoldred. So mono black mid-range is always a great deck. Always a great deck. It's getting so boring. So boring because if you got to play it. It's just that good. It's just, there's nothing in here that's exciting to see. You know, it's getting into Slasher and Bloodletter and Archfiend and Unholy Annex. You know, these things grow because they have to, but once they're locked into place in the meta, they just don't change at all. Still, it's still a powerful deck. It's the best you could get for mono black at this moment. And there's a lot of good mono black decks out there. Let me just run through a couple other while we're in here. Let's see. What was it? Mono black Skeletons is one. Mono black Demons, mono black Discard. You can see this thing pays attention to a lot of it. It doesn't do Skeletons. But you got mono black Demons, you got mono black Discard. You got, you know, both of those could be more highly focused on if that's what you want to do. But when it comes to higher win rate, this discard deck or this mid-range generalist is the way to go. So there you go, mono black mid-range, your best mono black deck for December of 2024. All right, we're playing against Fully 804, Fully. And we got a Danger Cat. Meow. I'm still a little weird with the Boom Burrow lands. I always expect them to be slow, but they are not. They're actually really decent. I could actually get another Hired Cloud out next turn and give it haste. Oh, it costs me the additional, doesn't it? All right. In your face. There we go. Let me save you, cat. Almost did. That ghost tumbleweed came right through you. We think Monstrous Rage. Let's just go in with what we got. What do you got? Haste? That leaves us the single to 1. All right, that's fine. Love playing red because you're just so reckless when you play this crap. I can Wish Doctor's Fury something. Yeah, whatever. Pump up, baby. He's down to 10. Yeah, if I were to shoot it with shock, then it would just get itself up stronger than what the shock would be able to do. So I can't shock it. Are you going to be playing defense? You are. Look at you do it. We're going to Monstrous Rage, baby. Maybe I'll just be shocking people in the face. Let's just do it. And here we go. Number 1. And number... Oh, we lost it. How do I... Oh, I can't use it again. Yeah, well, that's fine. I got 20 life. I think I can live. You look like a red land. Just don't gain any life. Let's just freak him out. There we go. And to the face! In your face! Victory! Alright, here we are with mono red aggro. Man, I loved playing this deck. It was so fun. It was great watching your guys just coming in hasty style, having them attack, just getting semi pumped every time, doing it, just raging in, and he's trying to put some sort of defense together, and you're just nailing those guys, and then they get up something you can't quite nail, but you guys are just, they're like suicide bombers, and the other guys keep running around, and maybe after the suicide bomber does his damage, then you can take out the other defenders you got. They're just so fast, they're so aggressive, and then at the tail end, you just shoot them in the face. It's just a couple of shocks to the face and they're gone. Yeah. Mono red aggro. The big problem is that everybody plays this deck. There's tons of people. And if you're playing this deck, your creativity is just thrown out the door. But if you could just throw away the idea that you're just playing a net deck and you're just playing Magic for the fun of playing Magic, this deck is so much incredible fun. Which is why it's got the highest win rate, because it is so good, it is so tight, and it's just a wonderful deck to play with. Other than that, it's complete trash and you're a baby if you play with it. I don't know what to say. This is my real advice. If you love red and you just love attacking, play with this deck. Just play it a few times. Play it so much you get bored, because you're going to be seeing it a lot played against you, and you need to learn how to take it down. So that's it. If you're playing with it, you're just experimenting so you can learn how to play against it. That's it. All right, there you go. The best deck of December of 2024 as far as mono decks are concerned. Actually, as far as any deck is concerned, it's mono red aggro. All right, playing against IPAC 95. All right, can we beat this guy down? That's the question. If he's just going to keep killing things, he'll run out of things to kill with pretty soon, and that'll be good. Oh, that's fine. What I got to do is to be able to put out the Hydra. Wants to kill that Hydra. He doesn't know what to do. He thinks that Bill's getting a little too high. That's the problem. All right, we'll leave the Escaping Bill so that we can protect our people. We'll throw this. I don't really care about the land or elf that much. We'll keep tapping it out. Oh, that's 7, huh? I got it to 5. All right, whatevs. What is his ability? Double the number of +1 counters on each creature you control. Nice. All right, he's down to 2. I left myself open. Can you do 14 points of damage in this turn? And we win. All right, winner, winner. Victory dinner. All right, so we are with mono green counters. Yeah, the counters are all about pumping up, just totally pumping up your dudes. Who are the dudes that get pumped? It's the Mossborn Hydra. It's Bristly Bill. I'm not even sure what this guy does. Whenever can target a spell ability, I'm going to draw a card. Return land from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. I mean, he's a 9/9. That's fantastic with trample. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. What does this person do? Laura, power and toughness equal to the number of lands you control. We have putting up to a bunch of them. All right, so it's all about just trying to get your lands out, using those lands to pump up your guys. Your dudes are going to be huge, and then be able to pay for things like Altanak, the thrice called. Say its name, thrice called. Say its name, thrice called. All right, so there we go. Yeah, I found this deck hard to play. The reason why is because you got the Escape Tunnel and the Arid Archway, and even Fabled Passage. But, you have to throw away lands to, not really throw away, but they bounce back to your hand so you can play them again another turn. And that's great. I mean, it really helps out the rest of what you got going on because you'd like to see those landfalls happen. But it's hard to build when you keep taking away at the same time. So it feels weird. Now, it works great for the deck, but it's definitely a hard way to play the deck, and you have to get used to it. So that's the worst thing I can say about this deck is it takes a little while to get used to how the land plays to be able to play this deck. But other than that, it does a great job of just making you guys go nuts. Sometimes the biggest problem is that your opponents have creature removal. They got creature removal, and you got almost nothing to protect it with. You got 2 Snakeskin Veils, and that's it. And so beyond that, you're just getting, maybe they'll just have to eliminate a bunch of dudes, at which point then, you'll put out more guys after that. But you're really about land, falls, getting your land out, trying to get it, eventually be able to throw down Allantak, whatever. That could be cool. So anyways, this deck has the ability to get super strong. I just worry that the amount of time that it takes to get it to come to fruition is not going to be able to pan out against aggro decks well enough. So take it for what you will. There's a reason why this deck didn't even show up in the chart of the tier list. I had to go fish it out of just mono green decks with the best win rates that they can see. It showed up as 52.7, so you'll probably win just a little bit more than once, 1 out of every 2 games you play, but still that's fairly decent. It's hard to believe this is the best mono green, but that's just what Untapped GG is showing at the moment. All right, so there you go, mono green counters. And here we are with the top monocolored decks of December 2024. This is it for 2024, and it's been okay. I like seeing that with the big change in the meta occurring, and finally with it's being able to flush out a whole number of sets after a few years of not being able to do so. It's nice being able to see it and see things change. Now it seems like we kind of hit a groove again. That's going to happen. It's going to be that way until next September when we get to flush out a bunch of extra sets again and basically start the meta up again. But where we been playing with this year? Look at this. We got Mono White Lifegain. It was updated. Mono White Lifegain was the best deck of last month, but when we have this one, it has some new cards in it. And that's great. It's good to see that. Mono Blue Flash, great, brand new. I don't even think I've even seen it before in real life yet. Lo and behold, it is got the best win rate for Mono Blue. Mono Black Midrange, the same, obviously. Mono Red Aggro, the same. That thing's been holding strong for #1 spot for months now. And then lastly, mono green counters. I'm not sure. Mono green didn't even make the tiered list at all, so I'm not sure that this was really the thing. But as far as untapped GG was concerned, this did have the best win rate of mono green decks. So it was totally different, totally new. I don't know. Mono green elves might be better than this thing. But still, I can see how this one does balloon out when you got the Mossborn Hydra. If you get the right collection of cards ahead of time, it is hard to fight against, and it does a tremendous amount of damage in turn 4. All right, so anyways, it's a great list. It's something to aim towards if you're looking to play with the best monocolored decks out there. And if you decide to play with any of these decks, I hope that you have as much fun with them as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the underground secret headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, be excellent to each other, and party on, dudes.